Hey, this is my nighttime lighting setup. You like it? Do I look really cool? Cool. Tonight's show is about standing up for yourself and how hard that is. It's really hard. How to achieve the standing up for yourself experience. So I have this friend who's been sort of subtly disrespecting me. That sounds horrible. I don't think they're doing it with any bad intention. I think it's really just they're a bit oblivious to the things they're saying and how are just kind of disrespectful, like shitty things to say in front of me. Like if you have the one really pretty friend and everyone else is just kind of like, whatever, I didn't put on makeup or anything, I don't really care. And the really pretty friend judges someone in front of you and just says like, oh my God, they're so ugly. When you're like, that person looks so much better than I do right now. Just that type of disrespectful thing. It's really not cool that you're doing this, saying this, being this way around me because of me. So that's not cool. Just to be clear, that was a random example and that is not the specific case that was happening. But, for example, you have a friend who's being that way, and I have trouble standing up for myself. I think that's a pretty common thing for the youth of the world, and I might be 27, but I still consider myself a youth as far as learning about the world goes. I don't have a grasp on it. At least give me until 32, you know? Personally, I'm really not afraid of conflict when it's necessary. I don't like conflict when it's not necessary, when I feel like, oh, it's just so that I'll feel better. Like, that's not necessary. Your feelings don't matter. Secret voices of shame in your head. So I saw this person the other day and they were sort of doing it again, and I decided that I was gonna stand up for myself. And so I did. I sort of just said like, well, that's not really cool. And I didn't even have to explain myself. They kind of were like, okay. It was fine. Everything was fine. And they also were kind of peer pressuring me to do this thing, to go to this thing. I knew I didn't want to. I have other things to be doing with my time. I don't want to hurt them or be disrespectful or whatever, but I just didn't want to go. And so I kind of stood up for myself with that too, at the same time, with the same friend in the same moment. Because I'm fucking 27 and I gotta do some shit for me. My life needs to come first. No one's being mean or like really pushing, but sometimes you just feel this obligation. They really want me to do this. I can really help with this stuff. So then I go and do it, and then lo and behold, I haven't gotten any shit done for myself. Nor have I asked for help from anyone else. So I stood up for myself and I felt great, and it was so easy. It actually was amazing. I was like, wow, I'm this like, I feel like a Beyonce queen. And then I went home and I was standing in my kitchen by myself. And then suddenly it all started. Little demon thoughts in my head. Well, you should really apologize. That wasn't very nice. They're gonna be upset later. Essentially like, you're not good enough. Bad things on you. Let's self-shame ourselves in our own heads. Why is that an instinct we have? That's like the weirdest thing. And I got real weak. And all I wanted to do was just call that person or text them or something and just be like, oh my God, okay, I'm just kidding, sorry. I'm coming right now, okay, bye, I love you. Anything you want, ever. And I realized that was an unhealthy way to feel. I called this other friend of mine and just said sort of like, hey, I really need some support and help right now in this moment. Even just the fact that she answered the phone just made me feel so much better. And I just had this great full circle moment of like, oh, this is how you stand up for yourself. It's true, it's not that hard. What's hard is when you're alone later, but you can call a friend, you can reach out to someone, you can even just send someone a text, hey, I need some support on this. And then you feel so quadruple bazillion supported amount. It's not a real thing or phrase, but I think you get where I'm going with this. But you also strengthen that relationship with that person, you have this personal moment with them. It was like a win, 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 win. Like the bells were dinging everywhere. This is great. So it turns out that was a fantastic experience, and I just felt the need to share it. Comment below if you have any trouble standing up for yourself, or if you're really good at standing up for yourself, and like how. What do you do? How do you do that? And if any of you are ever in a moment like that and need support, you can like tweet me. I'm there. I'm all for supporting. I love you. So duh, I'll be there. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you. Mwah! I love you so much. Okay, bye. This is such like a life video that I wanted to leave you guys with a specific question to think about. And I will do the same. And that question is, if you could have one thing different in your life 1 year from today, what would it be? I know, right? I came across that question and I was like, I need to put that in a video. Whoa. Please tell me your answers. Comment your answer below, send it to me on social medias, and I'll be answering it as well. Jeebs, once I take a minute to like wrap my head around that. Thank you guys for watching. I love you so much. Bye.